No, I really, if you need an extension cord. I don't know. It used to be.
Hi, I'm Daniel,
I'm Boston.
and welcome to FAC Weekly.
For activities and announcements this week, we
Shot meth.
edited Love Squared,
I am adding in words for Love Squared. Woo! Once upon a time. Woo-hoo.
Worked on Source Filmmaker.
and worked on the Wacom Tablet.
Hi. I am setting up to do our little tutorial.
So here's the clip from last week. Where is it? It's literally on the tip of my tongue. Look.
Life like as the rulers of the underworld.
Well, life is pretty simple. Torture here, bring upon chaos.
Oh man, my head really itches.
Let me see.
Ah, there's the outtake.
Yeah.
And that's the Peter Panda dance. I'm glad I started recording. So glad I started recording.
So here's your voting.
Options from last week.
Last week you guys voted to see a Wacom Tablet intro, and here's William to show that to you.
Hi. Hello. I'm William. This is the Wacom Intros 3 tablet that I accidentally held upside down. It was weird that they're very watching me.
I thought you said it was
So-
Wacom, not Wacom.
Wacom. It's supposed to be combining the word wa for serenity and some different language and calm for computer, but that's kind of uninteresting. Okay, so anyway, when you first get your Wacom tablet, you don't really know what to do with it, so this is what this is for. First thing to do right away is just plug it in into the little USB port, and it's pretty much as easy as that. So I have some specs here, and this tablet is a 6x8 inch. We have just the Intros 3, which it's a little outdated by 10 years, but it works, and you can usually find one from around $180 to $230, which is pretty reasonable for something this well made. Anyway, so the tablet here has 1024 pressure levels. That means that on the pen here, it senses how much you push down onto the pad. See, and so like in an art studio or Photoshop, the harder you press down onto the tablet, the darker line or the thicker line that you'll get, and so it'll have over 1,000 different thicknesses that you can go to. And it's just USB wired. Let's see here. Alright, the pen, which is much more interesting, is it comes along with the tablet. It has this nice little pen holder here. Put to the side. It's an EM digitalizer, which I have no idea what that means, but it's special. It has 5,000 lines per square inch, which means that it can, I don't know, how do I put it? Each inch of the tablet has a certain amount of lines that it can read, so the pen will be able to draw a line without getting that weird pixelated mush that's in like MS Paint, for instance. Really good example. Anyway, onto this. So, this little pen holder here. Personally, I like to cut out a glove, just to where it's on the pinky, so that way you don't have to go out and buy like the leather $25 glove that's special. And so you just put it over your hand, so that way you don't get any smudges, or so that way it's a little bit smoother. And anyway, all right. So the tablet, it works very well. In the corner here, it goes to the corner. Corner, 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 corner. So, some basics is to move the mouse like you would on any other mouse, is to just hover the pen above, or yeah, above the tablet. And so that way you don't like go around accidentally clicking a million things. And when you're ready to draw, that's when you start pushing down. Anyway, to set up, we come down here to our little thing and go to Wacom Tablet Properties. And you'll have a few options here. Functions and grip pen. So one of the really cool features that's on all of the tablets are these things on the sides called express keys. And basically, you assign whatever button that you want to do a certain keystroke. So for instance, we'll come down here and just under here is express keys. There's a touch script and a pop-up menu. Those things are not too interesting. The express keys, for instance, I have it set to pan and scroll. So this button here, this one right here, on the left side, whenever I push that down, whatever program I'm in is automatically going to select that little hand thing that grabs onto the canvas and can pull itself around, so that way it's a little nicer. And for instance, let's say, well, since there's not an undo button here, well, what if you want Control Z or whatever to be on a nice accessible button for you to go to, instead of having to constantly go back and forth between your keyboard and tablet. So come down here, keystroke, and then from there you can just clear it out, and then with the keyboard select what you want. So Control Z, bam, Control Z now. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So you have now set your express keys, and you want to go into a program of some sort and just mess around a little bit. Well, let's go into Flash. I personally am going to go into Flash because I don't know too much about Photoshop at the moment. Plus, I've been mainly working on Flash. And yeah, we'll have Festus load this up in a jiffy, which is an actual measurement of time, apparently. I didn't know that.
It is?
Yeah, isn't that cool? Big boss. Alright, so let's just do normal action script. At the side of your express keys here will be this little clear strip, and if you put your finger on it, you can zoom in and out. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. I'm trying my hardest to make it not boring, but it's pretty boring. Alright, so let's go up to the brush, and well, now you're saying, well, what if I want to do the different things that you were talking about with the pressure sensitivity? That seems so important. Well, actually, it's pretty easy to accomplish. Also, I'll get to the pen later, but you just come down here to the bottom left, and there's this little thing called Use Pressure. Click that, and bam, you have different pressures. Pretty fun stuff. Now, say you put something down and you're more used to using pencils rather than this strange thing that is hard to get used to. Well, what's really nice about the pen is that on the back here is this strange little knob thing. Well, what's that for? It's an eraser. Yeah, just like a pencil. So you can erase whatever you want. Amazing. Anyway. Okay. Let's just get a new. There, okay. So, yeah, that's how you clear out some things. And now that you have pressure sensitivity, then you can get a little bit more artistic in the ways that you draw. And that's really one of the best things about the tablet and using it in all these fun art things. Other than that, you can also set some express keys to the pen. On the side here is a couple of little buttons here, and they can be pretty useful. Quickly, before I run out of time, which I already have run out of time, but if you come over to the grip pen in the Wacom Tablet properties, then you can also set the pen things, which is the buttons back here. You don't even have to have that an eraser. You can have it as whatever you want. It's pretty great. So you come down here, you can change the tip feel. If you're more used to using a firm kind of a pencil tip, then you can set it to firm. If you like it being soft, then you can set it to soft. If you like the sensitivity, which for different special brushes, depending on what angle you are with the tablet, is a different brush and setting for the brush, and that's really pretty neat, I think. Anyway, I don't ever use it personally, but you know, you might find a use for it. And yeah. Excuse me. Okay, so to the side here, there's two buttons. One more near your thumb and one a little bit above. Personally, I like to put right click as the one above, and or like a pan and scroll or a pressure hold or whatever you want. You can even have it as like Control Z.
Okay.
I'm still.
Thank you, William.
This week's challenge is the Warheads Challenge.
Where 2 victims will be eating 10 warheads in a row. And our victims are
A, Daniel.
B, Isaac,
C, me.
D, Annabelle. Like
Comment.
and subscribe, and we will see you
Next week. Yeah. This finger is only for us.
or
Sometimes a double dip.